going back to where the beach is near, the beer is dear, there's plenty of women on the crack. Walking
here we are in the final second, the whistle is gone, and Sligo Rovers are the champions.
By the riverside, you can watch the tide as it flows.
No, I'm being told that Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Very tight and drive it clean out over the fence. Out in there, he's the corner.
In the bookie shop, I done.
Ready? Hi, welcome to the Sligo podcast, episode 186. I'm Adrian, I'm here with Ross and
Factually, that's not correct.
Hi, our name's lads. Welcome. Good. Are we okay?
Good, Adrian, yeah.
You were in the capital.
Episode 12.
12 of season 2, is it?
Season 2, yeah.
What is a season? Who knows?
knows?
This one could go on for a while yet.
Yeah, there'll be no season 3. Our name's lads. Good weekend, lads.
Yeah, all good, Edo. I was up in the capital there for the weekend. Just
Capital City.
Capital City.
The Windy Apple.
It's all a bit different up there, isn't it? It's all a bit different.
They walk a little strange up there.
Yeah. But no, I had a good weekend now. Went to the zoo on Saturday, as I mentioned earlier before the show.
Botanical Gardens.
Yes. I was going to go to the Natural History Museum, but it's closed. I actually genuinely wanted to go to that. But,
Yeah.
then I took in a lot of sports yesterday. I did 3 sports yesterday. I meant to take pictures of them all. I took in Strand Celtic and Ballinasloe.
The town won the day.
The town won, yeah. But Strand's oldest player was 20 years of age, and they were probably the better team from what
20 years of age?
Keane Baskell was the oldest Strand player.
Jesus Christ.
And then Ballinasloe actually had a fella. I will talk about it later on.
Yeah, we'll go into that.
Then I went up to the Gulls. I had 5 minutes up at the Gulls.
The Gulls
That's
at rugby.
enough, really.
The Gulls at rugby for anyone. The third team for anyone listening. The Gulls.
3xv, yeah.
by the time
And they were they're an all-inclusive open team, Ross, aren't they?
We're pretty open team.
The winger was in a wheelchair.
May as well have been.
By the time I got up, Ross and Gary Golden were off, so that was me done.
Gary Golden actually packed a bit of a sad when he was taken off. Why am I getting taken off? He took great offence to
Taking
it.
off for the Gulls.
Yeah, it's rolling subs as well. Like I think it was because Coulter was still on the pitch. He got took off before Coulter. Yeah, myself, look, a nice weekend off the pitch. I was up in Ballina Friday and Saturday night. Lovely hospitality up in the Sheridan House, but unfortunately off the pitch, a disastrous weekend for Sligo Rugby, which we'll go into later on.
So you went, where was your third test?
No, the third was I took in your game now up in the park.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that game, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you knew what happened up there, but the game, as I said to you in the WhatsApp group, I thought the game was at 4:30, so we were taking in the Gulls. And the boys were taking off, and we were watching it. I noticed Westport had 3 number 10s playing for a while.
Really?
2 number 20s. What the fuck is going on here?
There was pandemonium in the match. I'll tell you about it later.
But so I had a quick look at Twitter, and sure, Clara, we're goal up at 2 minutes past 4.
Yeah, we already started. We talked about earlier with the boots on. We said we'll fucking go for it. Throw it in there, ref.
I was actually getting Jack Barry shouting on updates from during the Seagulls match about how Calera were going.
Oh, Jack's at the Gulls. Was he at our game?
Don't think he went into your game. He was at St. Pat's in the morning as well. So
I was surprised there was a good crowd now. I was surprised.
There was a nice crowd on Saturday evening as well. There's Seán Carroll, Sligo Chairperson, bring the doorbell.
Yeah, ring the doorbell. I'll go get the doorbell.
Actually, you know what? We're going straight into Seán Carroll here, Sligo GAA chairman. Sorry, stumbling. We'll talk about the proposals and the new GAA season. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. We're joined by Seán Carroll for interview. He's Sligo GAA chairman. Seán, you're very welcome to the podcast. Big fan, I believe.
I am, yeah. First time contributor, long time listener.
Yeah, you're like something in the Ian Dempsey breakfast show. First time texter. Look, Seán, I suppose we had you on because you were the first county chairman to come out during the week, and rightly so, in our estimation, about the proposal B of championship, big restructure. It's a big move for. Not even Sligo GAA all over. So first of all, what is the reason for Sligo maybe back in Pros and B in your?
Well, we have to have a meeting this week to formally decide on how we are going to vote. I suppose I'm speaking more in a personal capacity at the moment. But,
shite. Sorry.
but look, I think there is a strong feeling to support Proposal B. I suppose I'm going to bit into my background here. I've probably been involved in fixtures for quite a while at county board level, and I had a particular interest in the task force review. and the work that they did. And I think it was a tremendous document that they produced. Some groundbreaking stuff, and as I think I might have referred to earlier, the split season was a proposal that when it was in the document, people thought, okay, that's a bit down the line for us, but COVID came, it got trialled, and everybody realised
amazing,
immediately.
not trying to judge, but amazing what COVID just solved for the GAA completely. Like it's it's fantastic. Like the split season.
I think that's a game changer in terms of trying to get fixtures right. At least it gives fixture makers a chance now. I don't think there really was a realistic chance previously. It was just trying to, be the least worst option. But so I think there was a tremendous amount of good work done in that document, and these two proposals now have probably come out of that. From my point of view, one thing that I keep hearing from players is we want more games. We want to improve the games to training ratio. We want to play at the best time of the year. Lads that I know that are on the panel, they made that point to us, especially a couple of years ago when the Tailteann Cup proposal was on the table. Whether where the GPA and some players weren't so happy about it because they didn't see that it was giving them enough. But certainly, proposal B will give extra games. I think probably at a more high profile time of the year, and your fate can be decided by how you play in those games.
Yeah, well, look, for listeners looking and listening, proposal B is just the National League is the championship really, and
a league championship.
If you end in Division 1, the top 5 is it, and then 3 in Division 2, and there's preliminary quarterfinals. So you need to end top Division 4, which Sligo are in a minute. But isn't that fantastic? Like that we can aim towards that. No, it's not. Sorry, I'm presumptuous there. Maybe it's not. It mightn't go through yet. We'll get to that point in a minute, but. Imagine, as I was chatting to you actually last week, imagine 4 games in Markwich and even 3 games away from home where we can organise. We'll go down there for the weekend, and that's off the pitch stuff, isn't it great? Like to have that to look forward to if it goes through.
Yeah, from take it away from the players, the wider supporters, the people of the county. It's something to look forward to. Probably a bit more appetising, although you don't know whether, but a bit more appetising in the April, May time than February, March to go down to Wexford or something like that. So
sunny southeast.
I do think it has potential, and I also really think that the provincial championships, there's a narrative out there that if they get put into February, March and a round robin, that they'll be sort of glorified FBD league. I think that's defeatist. I don't really believe that to be the case. I think that there's potential there. You're 6 or 7 months probably without intercounty football. Having a Mayo or a Galway coming to Sligo, I think there'd be a lot of interest in it.
Yeah, look, but there's flaws with everything you do, and I do have a small inkling that the small feelings that the provincials should some way link in an All-Ireland series, right? So if they are played early in the year, if you win it, you get some reward. I think that would make it.
I think there's no proposal. But I kind of agree. There should be probably some incentive, or reward.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned in my remarks there that I sent off the ball about perhaps a bonus point for winning getting to the provincial final or something like that.
Yeah.
That could be a deciding thing in the league. It would be an extra carrot there.
Very bit radical for GAA, to be honest. The bonus point.
But surely it's stuff that could be like the present guys of the qualifiers didn't just start as they were. Like, you work on these things as the years go.
Yeah.
You don't have to just, like, I suppose the provincial championships are locked in for 130 odd years now. But with this thing, you could go year on year,
Yeah, but imagine a point from just in Mayo Division 1, right? Forget about Sligo and Shore. Imagine a point for them for winning Connacht. That could be the decision. That could be them being in All-Ireland quarter final or season over in Division 1. Like, I think, look, that's another down the line.
It's not on the table at the moment, but it's something that could get looked at.
Yeah, okay. So you're on the board. So I'll go from a player's point of view. You obviously touched on already. It's fantastic for the players. They want this, don't they?
I really think so. I hadn't spoken to any players recently before I put that out, and it was just a coincidence the GPA came out on the same day. But I had talked to some guys from our club and from
what club are you from, Seán?
and from other clubs within the county. I think yourself, even at club level.
Yeah. Our boys are chatting.
Lads want to play games.
Yeah.
They're willing to put in the work and the training, but they do want more games out of it.
Yeah. So switch quickly to board level. So from a year point of view, it's more games, yeah, and it's great. But is there a drawback from the Connacht Council that the Provincial Championships might be on the back burner? Like, I know there's been a big assistant in the GAA, or I can't think of his name now, McCreevy's the Ulster Council secretary. He was on Connacht Parks and he was worried about the Ulster Council, and I think so. It's like, you're the man, obviously you're in contact with the Connacht Council, so do they have a pushback on that?
I haven't really. I can't speak for them. To be totally honest with you, but I'm getting the vibe that there is some concern out there that the provincial championships will get diluted. Perhaps there'll be financial implications. Again, I think that's something that has to be addressed, because provincial councils are massively important to the running of the organisation. They're massively important to Sligo Connacht is. The schools competitions, coaching and games, there's, you name it, there's,
it's probably forgotten about a lot that the Connacht Council are there and do support all these things, like, and we take it for granted as well, like.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's something, and I think it's a fairly easy fix, that and it shouldn't be underwritten really, that because I do think that there's potential to promote games a lot more
massively, yeah.
I don't think in the round that this is going to be a loser in terms of revenue. I think it has potential to be bigger, and I certainly think that's something that should be looked after. Yeah,
look, I think it was it 66 games last year, and it's going to be, if the new Provincial B comes in, it's 136 or something. Like, that's double the games.
Yeah,
it's a no-brainer in terms of
probably again at a more high-profile time of the year. So you'd imagine, you'd imagine that there is potential for additional revenue, not losing. Yeah. I would say.
So. Just about we're being very presumptuous here, I think, in a way. Like, Provincial B might not go through yet. The Congress is the Saturday 23rd, yeah?
Yes, Saturday 23rd.
You're travelling to that?
Yes, I am indeed.
In Croker.
I'll be back that evening, I think, for I think I'm
county finals next day.
What's the next day?
County final, yeah.
I think there's one there could be one that evening as well. So
oh Jesus, yeah. Very intermediate, yeah. But I've lost train of thought there. But there's proposal A. Sorry, we've skipped over proposal A first of all, and if that does go through, proposal B doesn't go on the table, does it?
Yeah. So the way I understand the running order is proposal A will come first.
That's the split to make it 4/8, 4 provinces of 8.
So the preliminary round to divide teams out to make the 4 provinces.
So whoever the worst loser gets fucking shipped off the Connacht, isn't it? Kind of type thing. It is though.
That's it. Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, Seán just told me last week. Like,
so the teams that are ranked, the Ulster teams that are ranked lowest
in the league,
and I think and 4 Leinster. There's two Ulster and 4 Leinster. So they play 1 preliminary game in Ulster and 2 in Leinster, or something like that. Yeah, it's along those lines. Whoever loses those games
goes to Connacht or Munster.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with that at all. But I do like the link with the league if it does go through. I don't think shipping needs a province because it dilute the province. Like if Fermanagh win the Connacht Championship, do anything like no, it's
I wouldn't be hugely in favour of it. The only advantage I would see is that it will give you a couple of more games,
possibly. Yeah.
As against the status quo. But yeah, I wouldn't be hugely in favour of it myself. I think it's unfair on a team that's probably had a bad league. Yeah. And then lose a preliminary game to to be thrown into a province that they probably want to be in.
Heller the Connacht, as Cromwell said. But just go 6 months down the road. Sligo ends second in division or top of Division 4 and go to the prelim quarterfinal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I think they could probably play in the 6th place team in
something like that, isn't it? Something like or like we'll have to figure that out. But it's around a 16 game nerdy in a way. But
yeah.
So if the Division 3 next year, you'll be happy. Like, there can be no complaints. So that will be progress, wouldn't it?
Well, absolutely. Like, no secret.
Sorry, was it that'll mean at least 8 championship games?
It would, of course, yeah. And if moving up through the leagues is probably what we have to do as a county at the moment. From where we are, we have to. Well, you can see what's happened with the hurlers. I think it is actually the hurlers is a really good example because you'll notice that they managed to get success in the more summer end of the competitions.
Yeah,
first.
True.
They had the harder time of getting out of the lower leagues actually.
But they were in 4B till this year, wasn't it? Like or last year, yeah. They were in the lowest league, but they were 3 divisions up in the championship. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think that there's a lesson in that. They were
Massively agree with you there, yeah.
They're well able to get up. It was easier for them to get up in the championship level than it was in the league, because the league is probably the time of year it's played at, and the very fact that no matter what division you're in, nobody wants to lose at home.
That was actually that's my next point probably, but was going to go into hurdles. Like it's you're 100% right. Like they played at the division they deserved to be this year, the Christie Ring.
Yeah,
so, and Offaly played at where they deserved to be, Christie Ring, because they went down and their standards maybe slipped a bit. And like everyone's about Offaly's decline, but not Offaly's decline. Sligo's gain should have been what they've done the last years, and it was steady. We won a few Nicky records and stuff, and it was. Yeah, bit of yo-yoing,
and I think our hurling team and management would say, okay, the final score against Offaly didn't look pretty, but the guys competed.
I was
very
well,
and they will learn so much from
that
game.
What would another 2 years of that do? Even if don't go up in Christie Ring next 2 years and don't go down. What that do at all? They're a young team, imagine the footballers now can do that.
That's along the lines of the thinking that we.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is, and that's the plain simple fact. When you go down to the brass tacks, that's what we're at. Like.
It seems, without just throwing this in there, but it seems like the women's game have got a lot of this right. Like having watched it this year, where they're the example there again. Yeah, sorry,
it's staring us in the face, really, isn't it?
Meath got beat by 30, 40 points by Cork in 2015. Went down to intermediate, found their level, won the intermediate last year, and this year they're All Ireland champions, beating 4 in a row Dubs, I think, was it?
5 in a row, was it? Yeah, whatever it was, but they won the All Ireland, like they're the best team in Ireland at the minute, yeah.
Like that does look like it's literally kind of like I know whilst this proposal is a bit different, it is putting you at your level.
It is, and you'll get where you deserve to be. It's like
you still have to diagnose the problems. You still have to fix your own problems, and you still have to work bloody hard to fix your problems. But this structure gives you a chance to progress quicker than perhaps one championship game a year for
it's like club football over the country. You're in junior, intermediate, or senior. You're where you need to be.
It seems to be everything but men's football. That
it probably isn't.
It seems to be every other competition but men's football.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I was just chatting to you last week, Sean, and like I think 60% is a big percentage to come through. Like.
Yeah, I'm not used to going to Congress or these, but that's the rule.
You wear tuxedo. You wear tuxedo, I believe. You wear tuxedo. Top hat.
Thanks for the fashion tips. Yeah, great. So it does, but I think the reason for that is that you wouldn't be, changing every year if it was only just 50.1% or whatever. I kind of understand the logic for it. Yeah, it is a good threshold. We'll have to see what happens. And well, look, I hope Sligo will support it. As I say, fixtures is something I've been involved in. I'm not coming out talking about this because I want to make a name for myself or upset people or anything like that. I just feel passionately that it's the right thing overall, and it's certainly the right thing for Sligo.
There's no, I know you like. There's no hiding that fact. But I thought, and we chatted last week, and when you went off the ball, I was actually delighted. You were dead right, because it is a proposal for Division 4 and 3 teams like we need it, and you were the first man out to say it because everyone else him and Han. And there's a few, maybe the top teams, it mightn't suit as much. Okay, I know you probably can't comment on it, but it is a radical change, right? So it's a big step for you to come out and talk, and you have, and fair play to you, like, and that's not blowing smoke up your arse now, but fair play to you, like.
I think I'm in this position to try and do the best for Sligo, and I don't think I'd be doing the best for Sligo if I didn't really push for this, because it's something I think that will give us a chance, if we get other things right, to progress.
Yeah, look, games, you improve the games. There's no other logic. I might switch over for a second to put you on your county board hat for a second. We'll go from Proposal B. I thought the weekend of football in Sligo was fantastic.
Yeah,
I know you're gone from the fixtures now, so I won't give you the credit of putting them all on the same weekend, but I thought it was brilliant.
I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It
was brilliant.
It was absolutely fantastic to see such big crowds back in Markievicz Park. Attendances have been up across the board this year.
At the junior game, I was at Omer Gales and Michael's. Massive crowd.
Yeah,
it was just brilliant.
Great championship games. so tight. I was getting given out to by some people. You know, why weren't there replays? You would have made a few quid more, you know. So, but it's no, superb weekend of football, and
Tony was taking notes there. I see now.
Yeah. He's an ever present at all the games now this year. In fairness, he's
I got Newman partner, I think.
Yeah, he's under pressure with his job, all right? Who's the fat guy in the bib over there? No, it's good that him and Joe, all the boys are there, like, but I met you on Saturday at the Kerry Tour of Strang, but I kind of missed the first intermediate game, and that was supposed to be outrageous. But even yesterday's intermediate game, I missed that as well. Malash and Bunadden was a cracker.
Yeah, very tense finish there.
Yeah.
You know, right to the death, and Malash probably feel that they got out of jail. They were trailing for long parts of the game, but they just eventually got back and got over the line at the end.
And then the one that no one was listening to early penalties on Twitter, everyone's falling on Tubber and Klein. Like, that must be squeaky bum time. Like I tweeted a few times.
And I believe that during the course of the game in normal time that there were many goal mount incidents. And
I think so, yeah, 'cause
my reporter in Clanny now was on. No,
he did.
In Alpaca Park.
But
But he said it was all. He said it was a great game.
remember I tweeted. I go, look, you were on with Tubber during the week, and I go, I don't know, and I sent you the scoreline with injury time and Clannier goal up, and I go, oh, retract that. Tubber scored a goal.
I think it could be the first penalty shootout in adult football.
In Sligo, yeah. I thought.
I was going to ask that question.
I think so, yeah. I thought the Farnham's East game was going to be. That was close.
It was looking that way too, yeah.
That's gas as well. Like they played for the same hurling club. That's brilliant. It's a brilliant weekend because when 2 weeks ago the fixtures come out, right, and everything was on Junior B, everything. I was like, oh, and then the weather warning came in during the week as well.
Yeah, there were a few nervous people in county board level, and especially on the CCC about grounds and so on and so forth.
They're perfect. Like we were in Junior B in Tour of Strand on Friday night, and like. Loss was great. It's just great to get out playing football. Like Ross Donovan pulling, stroking ball from centre back for Harris. We're all the same, really, aren't we? Finally, how's the first year in on the throne? I was going to say
it's been busy. It's been busy. You know, parts of it are tough, but overall, I love it. It's brilliant to be involved. I think we have a good bit of work to do. There's no doubt, no denying that. But I think we're getting there bit by bit. It's as I said about we have to try and diagnose the problems and then address them, and have courage about it and have belief. Like I think we sometimes set ourselves short in Sligo across the board,
right.
And the minors winning this year, I noticed a total different mindset, and it's carried through even to last weekend.
There's some relief that night in Hay Park, wasn't it?
So the morale of people is very important, and if we can try and just keep it rolling, keep it going, keep people positive, it'll help us to get where we need to get to.
Deep down, you just love Sligo football, don't you?
Well, yeah,
that's no
more than yourselves. Like I know you nearly all my life since we started playing for Strand Hill as kids. It's just kind of an obsession, really, isn't it? And
it is.
You just want the best for what you're involved in.
Yeah, well, you're the right man on board, Shawnee. Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
Chat to you soon. Thanks, Sean.
Dead on.
And
Okay, welcome back. That was a good chat with Seán Carroll, lads. Sligo GAA chairman. Yeah, informative. Yeah. Sean knows the stuff outside Sligo GAA too. We'll go straight into our correspondence. We'll be a few bits in.
Yeah.
let's go.
Hello, my name is Mr. Burns. I believe you have a letter for me.
Okay, Mr. Burns. What's your first name?
I don't know.
Murty, you're the man opening envelopes today. The post box is full, is it?
Yeah, everything. I was the guy who put out that tweet this morning. Can't figure out how to log back out of the Sligo podcast account, but other than that, things are going well.
You had a bit of a mare actually with wrong accounts there over the weekend, didn't you?
Oh, yes. 4 a.m. text.
4 a.m. tweet.
It's good to see you're still in sports mode at the time in the morning, anyways.
That was after a late night in a local establishment. So,
hey, men
Which closed at 11:30.
Hey, men have been caught out worse with the phones at that time of the night. So,
And how they have.
it was funny that it was the Carroll account.
Yeah.
I was talking about a player.
it'd be unbelievable if he said something sensational like off the Carroll
I woke up that morning to about 8 notifications on Twitter. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, I seen anyway. Correspondence. Right. We start with the first one from. We'll go with Stephen Holmes in with. If any you won a competition where the prize was €100 gift voucher for any bar or restaurant in Sligo, where would each of you choose?
It's a good question.
Yeah, Jesus. I saw it earlier and I said I need to think about that, but I never got to think about it.
I look at them too and never think about them.
I'll go for Old McHugh's.
Oh, yeah, what was that saying? Yeah.
I go for McHugh's and I put 90 behind the bar and tip across Conway's New Jeans for €10 penny sweets.
Joe, I used to love McHugh's. The chimichanga.
Chimichangas are lovely, McHugh's. They were.
They're unbelievable.
The food was nice. Chimichangas are nice, yeah.
Fuck, I love them.
It was just a wrap, like. What was it?
Yeah, well, like Cajun chicken wrap or something.
There's food cheese on it, or is it?
Can I have the chimichanga, please? There was 2 different types of them.
If you went for lunch at McHugh's, you were staying, like you were.
I remember I was in
the Saturday shopping.
I remember when I was in the AIB, I went to McHugh's one Monday, quite hungover, and like I knew there was scenes the night before, so I was there with all the older ladies that I was working with, who were lovely women, sitting down having the meal there. I had the fare anyways.
Lovely women.
Well, it's a great man for compliment.
Yeah. So I had the fare anyways because I was a bit hazy, the memory getting home on the Sunday night, like, and Clive Morris behind the bar winking at me, and I was like, come on, don't be at it, like, so. Just came over to me then at the meal. It was Ross. Here's your shirt and belt from yesterday. You left them here last night. Would you like them back? Just like, cheers, Clive. I'll just take that with me now. Thanks.
You there? No, you were in Australia the night Abby, my first was born.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I remember Harry started making the paper airplane. No. That's another story. like, what's that? Not what the fucking Japanese name? For
origami.
Yeah, but this was ridiculous. He goes, there's a big Guinness poster on the wall, like 4 foot. This book goes, get that down. I'll do this now. Like, all right, yeah. And suddenly, 2 minutes later, he this giant paper
swan, big swan.
But it could fly. That's actually one of the last times I was in McHugh's, to be honest. Anyways,
poignant.
Right. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Go on,
I
sorry.
go McHugh's.
We'll just go with that, yeah.
What about, I probably split it in 5, but that's just me being popular. So
You loved you good a lot of the
lobster rolls.
Right, we'll move on. So, Conor Nally was in. He's got a 2-parter, and I'm going to double up with another question. So anyway, his first part: if you had to convert a 45/penalties, I assume this covers the 3 sports. Oh yeah, / conversion to save your life.
Oh.
What Sligo man would you nominate to take it for you? So I suppose that's. Will you take one?
Somebody just was reliable with the boot, is it?
Reliable with the boot. Yeah.
I'd nearly fucking throw Paul Logan on the 45s the way he was kicking. Drunk left man.
There you go.
He hits the fucking.
He had to go penalty in soccer too. Actually,
yeah. So I'll go Paul Logan, to be honest.
I haven't seen Jan Marin miss a penalty for City or Carby ever. So.
I was going to bring it up to you privately. They get a lot of penalties. No, I suppose they attack more than most teams.
More than everybody else.
So I'm not trying to say.
I thought we've had a good few penalties ourselves this year, so
okay.
It must be just a trait.
Are you saying yes? Oh.
Yeah, I've never seen him miss penalties. So.
Right.
Yeah, and he takes a lot of them, as you said. Right.
Just thinking, we've had really good kickers, but would be prone to an odd easy miss. Like Ewan Brown has been kicking some serious penalties, but missing a few in front of the posts, to the left of the post. Mark Butler now would have been on the same mould as well. Now, Mark Butler, a kind of secondary school, Mark Butler was sensational goal kicker, so I'd probably go towards him. But
so teenage Mark Butler.
Teenage Mark Butler for me, yeah. Or else Jack Keegan with the rhythm in.
I'm just a teenage Butler, baby.
He had it all.
Good luck, Stan.
Okay, we have
girl on the shoulder.
We have 2.
round. Hi, Mark.
Somebody's got a crush on Mark Butler.
Do a segment.
Text me back, Mark, please.
Right, these 2 questions are kind of related. The second part of Connor's question is also which member of the Sligo GAA podcast would survive the longest in Squid Game? So I haven't seen this.
Me, because I'm a cheat. I'll play fuck. My plan would be I'd fake dead in the first round and might throw a body. Oh no, though the first round you have to get to the end line.
Yeah, you see the cheating fella only got so far as well. We got caught out. Was the nice guy?
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't have. I would have broke the honeycomb in 2 seconds.
No.
I would have
no idea what you're talking about.
There's
I'll just throw this in here because I don't really know what's going on. But Kieran Stafford is in.
Big stuff.
He made his return to rugby. Was he there yesterday?
No, we're just going to keep naming
a decoy name.
Yeah, I'm going to keep naming him every week until he plays.
Right.
He announced a stag there. We're going to Limerick on a stag on the 19th of November.
Nice. That's week 4 of the podcast.
So we can put a live show, yeah.
Fuck, we better announce. Yeah.
So we'll do a live stag recap.
By the way, I'm sure that.
A stag recap, yeah. It'd be unreal.
Right, so Staff was in with long time listener, first time tweeter here. I think he has tweeted before, but anyway. A roundabout sport question for you. If the Netflix hit show Squid Game was set in Ireland, Sligo, what games could they play?
Darts. Like I brought this up before. Darts. Like I know people don't know
but
darts.
Basically, instead of having to do a prank, you die. Like that's the thing. Like,
Let's quickly run through the rules of darts again for our new listeners.
As many men in the game as you want.
Yeah.
But 6 darts each, but you take 3 at a time.
You have 2 lives.
2 lives, lowest score.
Yeah.
Each
So the good
time.
thing was you
lose,
get the-
lowest score each time, lose a life.
Yeah.
Until it finished at 2, and then it's the dreaded playoff of
It was
3
a nice
darts.
scoreboard system as well. Like you could just mark up your initials on the board.
Just go to the left.
Yeah.
Just go to the left of the dartboard. Yeah.
I take a couple of games at darts.
Dangerous game now.
Dangerous game.
Men died.
Might resurrected. With the live show, we'll do 1 round of darts. with our guests.
Yeah,
with our
bring
guests.
someone up. Garrett Kelly versus Declan Pascal.
Loser, winner receives a groveling apology.
Kiss
my ass.
It's actually Shane Martin was requesting a pair of white fronts for he's getting married actually the 19th of November.
Oh, there you
There we
go.
go.
So yeah, Shane got them sorted for here now. Right, moving on. With the release of this is from Shady McGee. With the release of the new 007 movie, my question is, which of the 3 would be 007, M, and Q? Just 2 parts of this question.
I had a chat with a guy last week because I went in to watch the Sopranos movie and every minute's on the Bond. And someone goes, why are you not going to Bond? I said, why not going to Bond? Why not going to Bond? Because I know he's not going to die.
Yeah.
And then the next day, someone goes,
Don't be a big spoiler.
someone goes,
Don't.
I didn't see him. Someone goes,
Right, hold on now.
he goes,
I haven't seen it.
You replies to it. He goes, oh.
Before you say anything,
I haven't seen it either.
I just saw someone say,
if anybody hasn't seen Bond yet, turn off for them.
I haven't seen
No,
it.
I haven't seen
Bond
it.
dies, It's wine.
Fuck off. Yes! I'm delighted.
Bastard,
I'm fucking
Mark.
like, go on. He's a misogynist prick. He deserves it.
He doesn't die. He doesn't
but it's
die.
okay. He's going to be resurrected as a black man. Idris Elba. It's the next Bond.
No, because I could think about it. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know what the question
yeah,
is.
if they're-
But I said, like, I don't go to Bond. I've watched Bond for years. And you know he's not going to die. He's going to have a bit of sex and a bit of crime. And he's going to a bit of gambling, a few drinks. And he's going to come out on top. He's going to land the parachute in the middle of the ocean at the end of the film. Dead.
I'm just going to say, like,
Bond dead. Brilliant.
There is the big talk about it. Like Idris Elba is the name that could be the next Bond, but how would they start the movie off? Like he just comes out trying to explain, like
Again, we're not giving away too much of the film. I'm sorry about
You
that.
bastard, actually, yeah.
Sorry.
I
think it's just going to have to come back as 007. He's just going to not.
Yeah,
have
just
to be James
reincarnation.
Bond.
Yeah.
But no, I watched it. I was 3 days on the beer last weekend. And it's a highly
Start crying at it.
They're like Hans Zimmer's on the musical score.
Oh, man.
I tell you what, I was nearly gone in cinema.
looking forward to that.
Anyways, what's the question?
Sorry about that. Apologise.
expect me to
right,
talk,
who be 007,
Bond?
who be M, and who be Q?
I'll be Q.
Technological.
Yeah, because like I might give you a slipper with a fucking knife poking out of it and a cigarette lighter and a slipper too. All the inventions, all the crazy inventions I'll come up with them. They might make sense for a couple
That's
of them.
even between me and Ross for 007 and M.
Yeah, but you're,
So
Ross,
M
you're
is-
M.
what's
She's one looks at Momolum.
Yeah, Judy Dench. Judy Dench.
You're Bond, Marty.
By default, I have become Bonder.
Momolum had a beard, did she? Momolum had a beard, did she? A beard, yeah, from Murty years ago.
All right.
Yeah. Lovely woman. Lovely woman.
There's a follow-up question to that. Which town character should take up the role of James Bond as Daniel Craig steps
Bruce
away?
Dicey.
Yeah. Do you remember that sub teacher in Summerhill for a while that thought he was going to be Bond?
Sorry, we talked about this in the WhatsApp. We were on about
we might retract him.
the
Turns
Sligo
out
Bond.
he was done for fucking
Oh no.
yeah, a bit of shite, like yeah.
All right.
Not done, but yeah. Question. He was doing. Yeah, I know Roger Barton.
Roger Barton Smith, of course.
Yeah,
actually, me,
so did this guy as well.
Yeah.
like he's a danger. This fellow was
Christ.
like, yeah.
Well, maybe let's focus on Roger Barton Smith.
Yeah, let's go back to Roger. Yeah, Roger. Your man Barton Smith went for
Yeah,
it.
Burke was on to me a couple of weeks ago about him. All right, I thought he was talking about someone completely different.
No, he
yeah.
went for it. Like he
The other
paid a
one
bit of
did.
coin to do acting lessons, and he was going for Bond editions. And
Oh look. Yeah, Roger Barton Smith could have been a great Bond. I've seen him many times in the Huxwell Theatre.
what is he doing these days? Old RBS.
Get him as a guest on the pod.
Rhetorical bowel syndrome.
Actually, yeah, we should have got him in there. Yeah.
And then lastly, that's about it, I think. Oh, Alan Sheeran was in. It might have to do a quick run up here. the best Rovers 11 of local players to play for them in the last 20, 30 years.
Good question.
Local can be born from Sligo, Leitrim and Mayo. So I suppose you pick your starts. Start off.
I'm throwing Brujo in goals. He's local. I don't give a shite.
Yeah. Okay, we go Brujo's in goals.
Right.
Gavin Dyke centre half with Mackie maybe.
Mackie. I think we're forgetting someone, are we? Dicey, Mackie, and maybe, yeah. Right backs actually. What county? Sorry, what counties?
Sligo, Leitrim, Mayo. Well, I suppose it depends where we're going to play Raf. I suppose we're playing Johnny Kenny Senior right wing and Johnny Kenny Junior up front. And
You putting Johnny Kenny Junior in already?
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Why'd you put Paul and so?
up front, Johnny Kenny Junior.
Why'd you put Glenn Shannon so?
He'd be in the number 10. Jesus, a lot of good players actually. Right, we can put Raf in right
O'Grady.
back. So he's playing. O'Grady's playing too.
Do you count?
Sean
Do
Flannery.
you count Alan Cawley?
No, never played for Rovers.
Right. Okay. Oh, it's who played for Rovers? Sorry.
You'd have to take, there's a lot of players there.
There is. What about the bouncer?
Right, we start with Raf in right back. The two lads centre half. Left full.
Left full. They're tricky. Like like rifle. Like Phil Galler played a handful of games and. Not some fella Johnny Hayes, not outstanding. There was fellas who played.
I suppose
Johnny Dave even played fucking right back for a fucking.
Johnny Davey was good actually. We put Regan in left full.
Right. Oh, sorry, I forgot again with me. Oh, later.
Yeah. So then we're going to O'Grady. We play 3 centre midfielders. It might be easier.
Ooh.
So we play O'Grady.
Oh, Liam Kerrigan's a fucking Irish international now.
Fucking is, yeah.
Does he come into the game?
No. He's unlucky. He's very unlucky. O'Grady holding with. We're going to play Clan Shannon in the 10 behind McTiernan.
Shannon the hole.
And Johnny Kenny Jr. And we're going to play Johnny Kenny Senior. So we've only one
So
position.
JK Orr is up front.
JKS up front
is on the wing. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
There's probably players we're forgetting here. Yeah.
We're definitely. I said we're forgetting a few obvious ones.
Yeah. Well, we haven't even mentioned Sean Flannery.
Flannery up front as well. Right.
We'll play them all.
I just play tray at the back and go attack and then.
Go attack and then. Yeah. Right.
No, we're definitely missing someone obvious. I'm trying to think. McNamara and Dicey, right? There's definitely someone else at the back we're missing. Huey Lowry?
Right, that's a good question. We've named an 11 there.
Yeah, okay. Right. Put the back out after the pod.
Yeah.
Right. What are we going to next? We're here a few hours this stage.
Fatigue is setting in.
We'll go with GAA.
Question mark?
Yeah, okay. Let's do it, yeah.
Okay.
Chance here for Jesse Sloan. Can he score? Yes! Sligo!
Okay, bit of GAA local club scene. We obviously already talked to Seán Carroll there. Very interesting. What's your own thoughts, lads, on that? Proposal B.
I'd be it needs to change.
All aboard, yeah?
Yeah, all aboard. It needs to change. Something needs to change anyway. It's ridiculous.
Roscoe, from you, from an
Well, which one gets us back earliest for rugby? No, I never apologise to Tony McEntee for stealing all those players there now from the rugby point of view, but
Right.
yeah, no, B, give the boys games there, but
What about your man not liking me? I won't mention his name. Yeah, we're not. The podcast isn't liked by
not
the
friends in high places, anyways.
And now
very
Tony
strange.
McEntee's trailing your every move as well.
McEntee said hello to me yesterday, actually. I was chatting to him. Well, he just said hello. And
They call you Brian or something, did he?
One of us had to move out of each other's way, so he's just been polite.
Alpha male, Alpha male.
I was still.
I have to give, when you go give him that handshake, even a big horse handshake, lock hands and really squeeze it. Don't let go for ages.
Best of luck, Tony. Who is this guy?
What the fuck was that? Broke my fucking hand.
What are we on about? No, look, when the fixtures, anyways, pros a bit, yeah. We talked about Seán, and you probably you would have heard it in the pod, lads. If you're listening in, if you weren't, we don't really care either. But, I'd be back, yeah, but a few small issues, but nothing's going to be perfect. So hopefully it goes through. But 60% is a lot. 60% is a lot. Sorry, as I mentioned
It used
before.
to be 2/3. Didn't it?
Yeah,
Like 2/3 is an awful lot.
that's 66%. 6.6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 and 3. I don't.
Devil's number. Okay, but they give compliments to Sligo GAA because 2 weeks ago when all the fixtures come out about having the Junior B semi-finals on, the Junior A semi-finals, the Intermediate semi-finals, Senior semi-finals, and all relegation again. It's like, oh, and the weather was pissing for 2 weeks. I was like, it's going to be a disaster. But what a weekend of sport in the club. You may went through. Oh no, it was. I got so many games in. Like I even talked on Friday night.
I heard.
A Burley centre forward. The legs are going for 3 minutes. You go through the results, MRT. What you got?
The big ones, I suppose. So senior football championship semi-final. Clare Strandhill 2-13 from Cliff Ross's point, 8 points.
Yeah.
That sees Clare through to the championship final for the first time since 2019, isn't it?
Yeah, and look, we're quite content with the runner-up set now. We'll do a Strand 6 in a row.
So Tour de Strand are going for 6 in a row, yeah. And then in the other semi-final, after extra time, Tour de Strand beat Kerry 20 points to 114.
Strange game. I'd leave it half time, actually. I'd leave it full time, sorry, before extra time, but there was so much control, and a shitty goal went through, and then they scored 2 long-range points, and suddenly they were level.
Yeah. I seen your man, the Tour de Strand manager, I heard him
Kevin
saying that a kick to go 7 points ahead.
Yeah, maybe.
I was looking at the scores and I was like, oh, that's done and done. Like.
In terms, they seemed the usual Tour de Strand. They seemed very comfortable, and a goal they'd never concede ever in another 20 years, I'd say. And then Kerry kicked, and Kerry were on top at that stage. But
great season for Kerry coming up from intermediate. Anyway, I'll let it probably be.
No, they won't see it as a great season. They were looking for a final, but Tour de Strand, and 6 in a row. Yeah, it's on the cards.
Yeah, right.
What are you laughing at?
We'll talk more about that before the final.
Not at the rate we're recording episodes.
2 weeks.
Win or lose, we're not be getting him in the Monday, anyways.
What's my holiday?
Oh Jesus!
Like do a live pod.
I'm in Manchester.
We need to get practice. We haven't talked about that yet.
Oh. Yeah, sorry.
Later.
Intermediate. Right. So intermediate in the what side of the county is that? West, is it?
Where?
West, Eastkey.
Clearly the West, yeah. Where is it?
Sorry, in the West Sligo derby, St. Farnan's took Eastkey, or beat Eastkey by a point. Eastkey were my tip from the start of the intermediate
AET.
After extra time, yeah.
Tit for
did you see that one?
I did. I tell you, I was at the junior fucking. I cursed there. I was at Omar Gales and Michael's Junior in Kent Park, and then by the time I got to the park, extra time had started, so I was in for the last few minutes. I want the penalties.
I'd say that was rowdy enough, was it? They'd all play underage the whole way up with each other.
No, but they play hurling together.
And that's the one club.
Gas.
But they will be amalgamated pretty much all underage teams, wouldn't it? In fairness. I just find it mad that they end up playing against each other at senior.
I'll go back to that in a second. There's a matter point beyond that, because, well, I'll go to it now. Enniscrone St. Pat's won a shield yesterday under 17. So they skip 2 clubs to amalgamate. Anyways.
So then in the other intermediate semi-final,
another thriller.
Yeah, the highly touted Grange, who you've been tipping up all year, they just got over the line by a point against
Bunnies, and I believe the Bunnies
were. You didn't get to see any of that, or did you?
I didn't. We were on the way to the park at the time. When we arrived in, the game was just blown up. But I think that's the sign of champions, I'd say.
Yeah. But I was following on.
There were 7 points. It went from 1-3 to 2 points to 1-3 to 11 points or 12 points or something. So Van Damme went 6 points up, and then obviously Grange just picked up scores and the composure to win it. I didn't see it.
Yeah. So
and I called it. We still call him Grange. I'll always call him Grange. I don't know why you.
Yeah. Poor old Cliffney as well. Yeah.
Hey. And shout out to all our friends in Maharao.
Maharao as well. Yeah. So Maharao is Malosh, and they're not Drumcliff.
Yeah, Mullockmore as well.
Mullockmore, yeah.
And the Cliffney code, of course.
The
Ropers. So fuck with the Ropers. That's intermediate.
Yeah, so what are you calling for that final? Because you won't say anything about your own one, except Tour de Strand are going for 6 in a row.
No, I wasn't. Not the same. Tour de Strand, yeah. Tour de Strand are
give me a prediction now for...
like it's 2 weeks down the line again, and the weather... I think... No, Malosh.
Yeah, I'm going to go Malosh by 3. Ross?
Yeah.
Sorry, what's that? Malosh, yeah. Looking for the Mullockmore vote.
You have a caravan out there, don't you?
I do, yeah. The parents do. Yeah. Spent many a lovely summer there.
Sorry, mobile home. Caravan sounds bad.
Caravan club. I was imagine the in-betweeners.
How many did you do that night?
the
disco. What was it? Corky's, no?
Okay, yeah, Corky's, yeah.
I have a good story with that nightclub, actually. No.
Right, so in Junior A, probably might be classed as one of the shocks of the weekend. St. Michael's 1-7.
I was at it, yeah. I thought Michael's are very driven now. And a few very impressive. Jack Hearn, wing back, was brilliant. And a few big men, actually. I thought Omar Gales.
Gary Clancy didn't get off the bench, no?
He's not allowed to talk. No, I don't think he's allowed anymore.
Well, he's in a year game, actually.
Huh?
He's in a year game.
I know. I was expecting to hear from him. But Yeah, Michaels were well driven. Like, oh my God, it's strange to have 15 players and none of them play as well, and not one of them did. And that's not. I want to apologize for that. Not one of them did, and Michaels deserved to win, and deserved to win 10 points.
So then the other semi-final, our tip from the start of the year, St. Pat's, they just got over the line 2-8-2-6 against St. Mary's. Second team, that is.
Look, I talked up Mary's second team a few weeks ago as well.
You did,
They were a good team, but yeah, they won it by 2, and that's semi-finals for winning, aren't they?
That's like, you just get your way to the final.
An old saying, and
Who's going to take that final?
Pats.
Pat, we've been tipping Pats at the start of the year, I think.
I think so.
Michaels, I'm very impressed with that result by Michaels now. Very impressed.
Yeah. No, they were very good yesterday, but Colin McTiernan got straight red now for an elbow. He might be gone, but you know, GAA, if you can send out a semi-final, you get it overturned anyways. He's a lovely fella.
And then I suppose we better
It does happen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
we better mention the relegation game. So as we mentioned with Seán, the first penalty shootout in senior men's competition.
Yeah, and you
Killarney.
you text me with a hot tip during the week that Tubber were a big price, and I said no, still not.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to tell you, but I was actually putting them in a double with G. Luckily, I was driving back from Dublin yesterday.
I told you not to, though.
No, you told me not to.
I told the Clooney boys of kicking them surely.
So, and then in the other relegation sites, I find it.
Killarney.
Alpaca
Park, yeah, the Alpaca boys. 5-3 on Pennos.
I do find it funny how they call the championship relegations as semi-finals. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It should be a death game or something. Or would you take a pen while I was just chatting to the boys and dress? Because we were.
I just looked at that bet I was telling you about earlier now. The Tyson Fury.
Oh yeah, sorry. Ross had a bet on during the weekend. GA accumulator with Tyson Fury involved. So what was it, Roscoe?
I had Calera to win, I had Colliery to win, I had Tubber Curry to win, so it was bust anyways. But then it was both fighters to go the distance and
in what game?
both to be knocked down. So
that was a great bet. Well, no, sorry,
it wasn't far away. Like it was €20 on it. We got 1,200 back.
Jeez,
so only Tubber a point cost you?
Yeah, no. It went 10 rounds,
sorry.
but like they could have easily just hugged it out for another 2 rounds. Like yeah. So it wasn't.
Do you think Fury was watching Tubber Curry game?
He'd back going on. After I tipped it off.
Killarney back to penalties.
Oh, that would have been sensational. Like I was watching the fight, going, "Jeez, this could be on," because that was the 16-1, like that one. So it wasn't miles away.
That weren't miles away.
Quite an eccentric bet now. It's quite.
It's an exuberant bet to say the least.
It's like Sambuca's on a Tuesday morning. It's a bit extravagant, like.
Imagine if they went the distance and then Tubber Curry let you down. You'd be absolutely raged. Like.
One of the shortest prices in it. I'd never do that. I'd never put a 16-1 shot on a money shot.
I'd never fucking mix Sligo GAA with a world championship boxing game. Anyways, go 5-3 on penalties. Would you take one?
In my Gaelic playing days, I think I would have taken one.
No chance. I would have put myself for the 7th one.
Without giving too much away, was your practice fee for the final?
No.
No. I wonder what they're out in Tortoise ran.
Yeah, they are, I believe. I have a drone. Anyways, go on.
Then in the other relegation match, Colliery won by 2 points.
That was the mystery game. No word about it until the final whistle, suppose he went, and Ocean FM, I think, tweeted the score, like.
And that was that.
Yeah.
Well, I knew they were playing at 12 o'clock, but I seen them on the betting.
But it's like the last time Colliery's Twitter page tweeted was 2018.
Oh. And I did look.
And gave us 20 followers.
Right, so anyway, we've been saying Geeve are going to have a result on season.
Well, I said it. There's a kick in them yet. They'll catch someone. They better catch them next fucking week or they're fucked.
So that's Geeve against. How would you call that one now?
Depends where it is. There is a kick. Like they lost. They lost. Like Torstrand bet in the group. They've lost the other 3 group games by a point, and only called it by 2. So they're there and thereabouts.
That's not quite winning.
No, it'd be wild for Tubber to go down when you look at history type thing.
Yeah, they were the second favourites for the championship at the start, weren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
With the Buckmakers. People say the Buckmakers aren't often wrong, but they're wrong this year. Anyway.
They're usually wrong with club football.
It is one place you can catch them. So you know more about them. You need to find a sport where you know more than the odds compilers do. Certainly club football is there. Yeah. So then we'll wrap up the Gaelic with just the Junior B results. Eastern Harps 16, Calera 1-6, and then Kerry 4-10, Tubber 2-2. So that's...
I want to talk about that Tubber Curry game. Tubber versus Curry game, sorry. They took your advice, I believe.
Exactly.
They played it in Bacon.
They played it in fucking Bacon, yeah. I And we chuckle to myself when I say this, like, play the fucking games in Mayo. More people are going to the Mayo.
And the same guy who doesn't like our podcast organise it, obviously.
Oh, is that giving a bit away, is it?
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, so we played that in Bacon, which, well, I said Charlestown, so yeah. Look,
Pompous ass.
I'd love to know was there a fella out walking his dog on Friday night now?
Listen to the pod.
Tip in and watching to this game.
Yeah. Well, no, but you won't want the dog near Bacon. It's fucking raw enough, like.
That's where, near Ballyhonus, is it?
No, turn off at Knock. It is near Ballyhonus that way, yeah. But if you turn off at Knock, it's only about 3 km up the road. So, light a candle, say a prayer, and head to the game.
Perfect, right. Anything else?
Intermediate relegation, sorry.
Oh, there was, yeah. Harps beat Castle Connor, was it?
Yeah, they're safe, so.
Harps beat Castle Connor and Ballymote beat Tordestrand, second team.
Funny one, that one.
Oh, yeah, this is a great stat, actually.
Ballymote's manager was also due to play with Tordestrand that day, and the Kelly plays with Tordestrand's intermediates. But it's Ballymote's manager, so I think you chose Ballymote. Conflict.
They might like that in Tordestrand.
But I guarantee he'll play the relegation final. Like, Ballymote are safe now. Their season's done. So he's free to play. It's fucking brilliant.
So that's Castle Connor and
Tordestrand B in the final. That's tight enough.
Yeah.
I could do it with Castle Connor, but Jesus, yeah. Castle Connor don't want to go to junior, like, they don't.
No, Jesus, no.
It could be a grim pit down there.
Because that group they were quite tight in that group. They beat someone at
They weren't too bad. Yeah, the Johns.
Johns.
And yeah, anyways. Look, that's around. And again, I want to say, what a weekend of GAA. I loved it.
I must say I enjoyed my visit to the park yesterday now.
Yeah. Although you were half an hour late.
I was.
You had a big match to stop into in Strand Hill as we did.
Seagulls and the Strand Balance whole game was tight as well. Sure, a lot of sport, you know.
We love it.
That's why we're
We love it.
Let's go with rugby next, guys, okay?
Okie doke.
He's made 5, 6, 7 yards. The great bullock of a man, this fella.
Nick Popplewell.
Has a good son apparently now, Ben Popplewell.
Ben Popplewell.
Playing under 20s.
Do you know Nick Popplewell was an extra in Braveheart?
That's lies.
No.
Lies.
No.
Yes.
Go on the computer there. Google it straight away. There, 4 buttons will do it for you. Go on. Seriously.
This would be outrage if it's the first time you're not full of shite. Like.
I tell a tall tale from time to time, but
Nick Popplewell, former rugby
extra Braveheart.
No, it's true.
I swear.
Nick Popplewell, extra Braveheart. I don't know, finding anything there.
Was! I swear. All right, we'll find. I'll ring Mel Gibson in the morning.
Just on a quick one before we start.
Yeah.
Derek Quinn, Summerhill teacher.
Yeah.
An extra Michael Collins.
Yes, exactly.
In the Gaelic scene.
Big man, yeah. Carroll.
Carroll,
Yeah, he's Clare flag out this morning as well. Didn't put up for the semi-final. He thought it was time to do it today. I went by his house on the way here. I tell you, Del boy. I mean, Popwell was an extra in Braveheart. Anyways, what we at the weekend?
If any of our listeners can verify that, send in some information.
Oh,
Otherwise,
I'll ring him.
We got on to nick himself.
Yeah. That's Ben, his son.
Sorry, what did Gibson do? Was he an anti-Semite or something, or?
Was he one of them?
Oh, Gibson, yeah, he went on a big rant, didn't he? Like,
giving out about Scientology head, was it?
No, he wasn't.
No, he
went
on.
Jesus, was it?
No, he went on about a big rant about the Jews in Hollywood.
Ah, Gibson
controlling everything.
Loves rugby though.
Didn't get a gig for a while after it.
Man, loves rugby.
Gibson.
Yeah.
Well, he played second row behind Nick Popwell. Right. Right. We'll start with AIL, Roscoe.
AIL. So
disappointing up north.
Started well. We actually, the game I thought we were going to struggle in was the Wanderers game. We won that game.
Sorry, I forgot we had me nonsense.
I know. Yeah, so it was a really good performance. Actually, that Wanderers team was something else. Like the size of them, like they looked fully like from 1 to 15, even to all their bench. They looked like international. They looked like professional players.
Big shaggers.
Yeah, they were big guys. Like so. They scored early doors. We were under a lot of pressure. Like so, I thought it was going to be a long day at the office. But in fairness, now we showed. We kept with it. Tucked a couple of punches and grew into the game. And we had a lot of debuts actually. Eddie Coyle, Pedro Bengalo. Even though we've been talking about these guys for ages, it's their first AIL game.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So like they played that stupid COVID fucking league last year.
I feel like I know Pedro.
Yeah. They're around a long time.
Yeah. He actually, I seen him putting up a thing on his Instagram the other day. He reckons he's the body double for Tyson Fury. So he was quite proud of that being the way forward. But anyways, Who else? Owen Ryan came off the bench. Josh Reeves made his AIL debut.
The gaffer.
Yeah, the gaffer. Guy Coggetto and Stefano made their debuts too. So, who scored? Enda Gavin scored early doors. Guy got an intercept, and at the last play of the game, more or less, Philip Carter got in the corner. So, denied Wanderers a losing bonus point. So, that was a great start to the season. Josh actually getting man of the match on debut. So things are looking pretty good.
Token gesture. So that was last Saturday.
That was
the start of the week. Last Saturday week.
Yeah. So look, that was a really good performance. And
so fast forward to 2 days ago.
Yeah, to Stevenson Park in Dungannon, and unfortunately things did not go too
Fortress.
good. We were up 10-3 at half time. I was listening to it on Ocean FM.
Perfect music mix.
Yeah, and with our old friend Graham Dewhurst,
yeah,
from the BBC, was on the commentary. Dewhurst. I did the commentary with him 2 years ago. Unbelievable, such a pro.
It's a real rugby name, let's be fair about it.
Yeah. He's a Tory, clearly. Great.
He was.
Anyways, go on.
I just remember him when Ryan Feely scored when he was in there. He was like Fahili, Fahili. Yeah, he was class. He was really good, to be fair.
He was a good guy.
Did they get anyone for Go-Cams?
No, I don't think they got anyone in the end. I was asked. I don't think there was no one really there. So
sick that day.
Do you not get a phone call? Yeah.
You'd love to trip up to Dungannon as well.
I suggested Michael Story, but he obviously didn't do it. So it would have been interesting to see how Michael would have gone.
Dominic got it.
Should have got Dominic. Dominic was there. But anyways, back to the Dungannon match. We were up 10-3 at half time. We had about 3 or 4 scoring chances in the first half. Had all the play in the first half. Just then our line out started to have a few shakes, and the second half we couldn't get the line out going and lost a lot of territory, and Dungannon got a couple of tries on the turnover, like really quickly, kind of a little bit against the run of play, and then I think just confidence dropped a little bit, and Dungannon ran away with that one. So that was a disappointing one.
Final score, Roscoe?
29-10.
So AL is it home and away this year?
Yeah, it's home and away. So look, the only thing is, what I was just going to say is all the other teams are beating each other. It's going to be a really, really tight league. Like
tit for tat, they call it.
Tit for tat. Like we're 7th place, but like I know it's only 3 games. We would have been second in the league had we got a win there, which we look like we're on course for at half time. But this weekend now we have Malahide coming to Sligo. And that's going to be
pretty boys.
Yeah, Malahide. Yeah.
We'll give them an old Strand Hill welcome.
Malahide, pretty boys.
Hey, come for some aubergines. Aubergines, avocados.
They certainly are the pretty boys. They've got Dominic Day playing for them, who's a ex-Welsh professional player. Currently married to Nadia Ford. From pop singer in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Her fame.
One of my favourites.
Yeah, so he's playing for them now. Dominic Day. Yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah, we played for the Melbourne Rebels. He was retired. Obviously, he's living in Malahide.
She's quite voluptuous, is she?
Voluptuous, yeah, you could use that word.
There's a Welsh snooker player, Dominic Dale, isn't it?
That's what I think. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Really smiley fella, he's a bit creepy, actually.
No, you know what I'm thinking of? I think of Darren Day, who done kids TV on a Saturday at the Blue Peters. Sorry.
So, no, you're good. That's it.
You used to introduce Biker Grove on a Saturday.
So that's a big game now. Malahide lost 2 in a row.
2 in a row?
They've lost 2 in a row, yeah. Like they usually would be one of the movers and shakers.
They're usually the money boys, aren't
yeah,
they?
They are, big time. So their mercenaries have all gone. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. So
posted on the Malahide dressing room next Saturday.
So they'll be coming. So both teams coming off a loss, wanting to get a win, get the season back on track. But that'll be the end of the first block of 3. We'll have a week off then to recuperate and nurse some tired bodies. Now it's been very attritional these first couple of games back.
It is week and week is, and like any sport, it is.
Oh, it's been really tough now. Like it's just like, and I'm speaking to managers from all the other teams as well, and it's just been a lot. There's been a lot of injuries early doors in the season, which is to be expected after fellas spending the bloody COVID in the gym, getting bigger, not playing games. Like there's nothing counts for that intensity, but. Look, we'll see. We've two nights to train this week, so we'll get a few of those things fixed. It's all fixable things, thankfully. So really looking forward to it now. I think we put on a good show this Saturday.
We do a stream from.
I think so. We'll see what we can do.
If we get to Tansy,
talk to Tano. Yeah,
I'll fucking don the mic.
The club.
I think we should.
Yeah, well, if we get good.
Why couldn't we?
No
Let's put in a spot here.
Get us a gig now, Ross.
€500.
No, what else happened?
We should. I want to get out have a go at you for a second.
Okay.
So you missed Sligo's AL action, but you were at AL action.
I was at AIL action.
You were in Heffernan Park,
I was in
HP.
Heffernan Park, yeah.
Ballina.
versus Blackrock. So I was
Two
watching
contrasting places.
that. Yes, very different. Yeah. There was a strange mix of accents in Heffernan Park. Some outrageous Blackrock voices, just really infuriating. Like the shouts out of some of them, like.
Royston, what are you doing?
Please, agent, there's a baby upstairs.
Sorry, I forget.
Blackrock were losing by 12 points with 10 minutes to go, and they just there was actually two very bad forward passes the referee let go. But that was a draw. It's probably a good result for Sligo to draw.
Rare seeing rugby a draw.
Oh, yeah, it was like 36-36. It was an outrageous game, to be fair.
Was it 36?
Yeah, it was high scoring.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, it was wild.
Up to that, didn't you?
Yeah, so bloody poor old, well, not they're having problems with the goal kicking, so that's probably lost them another couple of points as well. But it was the same Blackrock fella that's kicked winners against us. He missed a kick in the last couple of minutes, but it's as I said, going to be a very open league this year.
A few pints of cream after.
I had 2 pints in the cotton cobble afterwards.
Yes,
2 pints of Guinness. Yes. Yeah, they were
on the Sligo side.
Delicious. Yeah. But Hubert was on the bench for the weekend for Connacht. He was called in
late
last
call-up,
minute.
wasn't it?
Yeah, because Kieran Marmion went out, Blade went in, and Hubert was on the bench. So more experience for him again. But just want to say one thing: this new rugby championship. Do you see the crack now with the goal line dropouts?
Centric, yeah.
See what they're all doing now.
Watching Leinster on Saturday morning. Well, sorry, it was 1 o'clock on Saturday.
You see what they're all doing now for these? They're all kind of doing off the. So there's restarts now from the try line. If you get held up over the line.
You get your reward early for defending the try line.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Like the attacking team should get the reward. But anyways, what they're all doing now is they're jailbreaking it a bit. So you're going for your goal like dropout, okay? So they're putting a kicker in the middle. So wherever it's going, right, they're either passing it to the middle or else the guy's getting in the middle of the pitch and they're going
for
drop a goal.
Yeah.
So it's the South African teams doing it now.
I did see that. They were playing one of the Welsh teams.
So the South Africans now are doing now. So they're starting to come back into the competition after getting a few towlings in the first week or two.
I was watching the Leinster Zebra game on Saturday on clock, and the first half they're on the try line twice, and it was all Leinster and their go, and they were held up.
It's I don't like
suddenly the ball went to fucking Zebra for a goal and drop.
So for fellas like me, they probably got 80% of my tries from an old-fashioned pick and go. It really you have to
taking the drop kick
from the try line.
It's like rugby league.
Yeah. I don't like it.
80% of your tries.
I've been
What's
from
80%
1
of 2
inch.
tries?
50. So yeah, that's one of the rules I don't like. But it's
but even the ads at half, they're trying to make it jazzy.
Well, then maybe Sligo GAA needs to get Jay-Z into it as well, dude.
Oh, don't. They don't like change, obviously.
Imagine put that proposal forward. Jay-Z!
But did you see the... Yeah, Jay-Z's right. Did you see even the team sheet things? Like,
yeah.
the boys muscles up.
They're trying to really American footballize it. Yeah.
Very good. You togged yourself?
I did tog myself at the weekend now for the Seagulls.
The mighty Sligo Seagulls.
Yeah, so actually just want to I have this opportunity to get the voice out there. We are looking to take in any players of any sort over the age of 18.
It's some government scheme, is it? Do you get a grant or what is it?
No, you get a few cans in the change room afterwards. But actually, there was.
You might tog yourself from part of them.
He has togged before.
I've togged for 3 times and I'm fucking injured every time. Some big A from Ballyshannon, rugby club. No offense, they shouldn't have a rugby team. He fell on me. I shouldn't have picked the knock on now. I was too honest.
But so basically, the shout out there is to any of our listeners, if you have any interest in having a go, come and have a go at this. It's the lowest league in Connacht. It's a safe place for everybody. Except for Adrian, who's got 3 injuries.
It's not a safe place at all. Like.
Just better this company there.
It's not. Like it's a danger because the refs don't know what they're at.
Oh, the ref was horrendous.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's you're better off starting at fucking AL because at least you'd be duty of care.
Yeah. So Gary O'Hare had a good few pints on a Saturday night, and he was very cranky, hungover and cranky. Gary turned up to the game, and he had a right go at the referee now.
Local pint man Gary O'Hare.
Gary O'Hare, yeah, he was cranky.
Oh, Gary O'Hare or Gary Golden?
Gary O'Hare. Oh, Gary O'Hare was probably.
O'Hare to go with the ref.
Oh, he was terrible. No, yeah. So I went off. I was captain, right, and I went off, and Gary took over as captain. Like, come on, after he goes, here, you go back captain again. I can't be dealing with that rehab. Like, the referee was a metre away from him. Things didn't go well there.
Wow.
But look,
like the ref.
We got a towel in anyways. Lost 45-12. But look, it was a bit of crack. It's a lot of fellas hadn't.
You named a fake team and all, didn't you? Like,
there was a few names in the bench.
There's no need to name a Seagulls team before the game. Like,
no, it was a squad. It wasn't a team.
Okay.
And I was just trying to do that to try and get people to commit. So
Yeah, I
their
know,
name was on the
it's-
sheet. They're like, fucking, I better turn up.
There's
But
a good friend of mine in Dublin who hasn't played in about 10 years.
But
was
he
named.
is kind of getting turned around to it. So I would not be. I put money down. We'll see Stafford talk out.
You've tickled his willy to get him back in.
We've tickled
He
tickled
hardly
him.
played before the wedding now, did he?
Right.
Stags the 19th of November.
Sorry, back again. So, anyways, Wednesday nights, 7:00. Come out there if you've never played before.
Should we work to fuck?
Yeah. I'm waiting now when this Clare
I
team
go out
wins.
if I can. No,
when this
don't
Clare
now.
team.
Because Murphy's been on my playing.
Yeah,
like.
I want to get them boys
No.
back. Yeah,
No,
after
no,
the season. After the season.
No, let them play with Strand Celtic.
To be warned.
No, they're not playing rugby. I'm guide guys.
You're not their handler now.
No, I'm gone is
stroking ball.
I don't shite, but they're not playing Seagulls rugby. Like it's a danger. Like seagulls. Like what is a seagull? Like the worst bird of all.
Devil, that's it. That's the mantra for us. Like, you know, we're a shitty little seabird.
Fucking the gooses would be a better name. Anyways,
that's the crack.
right. When
Wednesday night.
are the goals back out? Oh, sorry. When is the next league?
I think we're playing Ballinrobe seconds in a couple.
How do Ballinrobe have a seconds rugby team?
This is the big one. Now, the only
So
thing
they play in the middle of the race course.
So no, but they
do?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what we're trying to do now
I
is
wanna call a medal on that rugby.
we're trying to get all these Seagulls games on Friday and Saturday nights. So
It's a social thing.
it's a social. You get a ball and then you get a bit of a pint or two. So look, we're going to try and make it a fun environment. So
fun,
new
all right.
people come out, old people come out, people who haven't played in years come out.
What about your
Kieran Stafford come out.
big staff? Your Peter Rowe tweeting all the GA clubs who lost last weekend,
Oh, that wasn't me now, but
tagging everyone in it like,
Just to say.
Hey, hard luck, guys. But
hey guys, just got a tweet there. Anyways, that's rugby.
I
Come
love
out,
the goals. I love
play
the
goals.
goals. I love the goals. Okay,
Yeah, done.
done. Right, we'll come back with our junior soccer. Ingleseen! Murty,
Yeah, Adrian.
we're going to start with SRSE Sligo Rovers.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks since been only one game done now, but
Only one game yet. Things turned a little.
do I feel a lull in the season a wee bit? One more for the home news.
1-0 Waterford at home. Yeah, there was a real chance there to cement third place with both Derry and Bowes lost that weekend.
Does anyone want third place?
It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Derry are after getting loads of money, and they'd probably be my favourites right at the minute. But yeah, look, it's very frustrating now. You can feel the fans are getting frustrated. I listened to the lads on the Supporters Trust podcast last
course,
week.
yeah.
And I can feel their frustration. You know, they're generally pretty positive, but you could feel their frustration come through on the microphone.
Yeah.
1-0 up, home to Waterford. You know,
And in control.
totally
really.
in control. Yeah, totally. Well, yeah, it didn't show up again in the second half. You know, it's just it's a worrying trend now. Just very late with changes. The few changes that were made didn't seem like the right ones. He took Johnny
I've seen a
off.
few, I was going to just about to say about Johnny Kenny, and people saying there's obvious changes that weren't made,
Yeah,
and,
well,
and then the
Johnny-
changes were made were just the exact same. Who was on the pitch anyways, like.
Seemed
So.
that way, and then you know if you're chasing it, like basically because before the Longford game was called off last weekend, we had 2 winnable home games. Sorry, that could have wrapped up what you would think would be third place if we'd won the 2 of them. Now you've drawn one, and the other one's called off, and it's not going to be on for a couple of weeks, I think. So
Right.
all of a sudden we're facing the Shams this Friday, and it seems like it's going to be very true. They're in a great run.
But also, you could play them over a Longford team fighting for their fucking lives.
yeah, but they're pretty much going. Well,
I know, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, but in fairness, they've had a couple of right results in the last couple of weeks. But yeah, it's just frustrating. Like it shouldn't even be a worry at this stage. Like fair enough, we weren't going to win the league.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Is that the word?
That's it.
Like I tossed back to the same last season. Sligo were third in the league, and
Yeah.
people are giving out.
I know. Well, we did a fourth last year. To qualify.
I know that, but
No, I know what you're saying.
But I also believe they could be within about 4 points of Shams. They could be close to them, like.
Yeah, and like any time they've dropped points, even this bad run, except for that Dundalk Cameron, they've only ever lost by a goal.
Yeah.
But then at the start of the season, they were only really winning games by a goal. They never really hammered anybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Whereas there must be some sort of middle ground of they were probably punching above their weight at the start of the season.
It's a strange league.
It is. It's very. There's nothing in it. I just don't think Shams, with the money that they have and the squad that they have, they're that little bit better than everyone.
But I was even watching Shams and Dog the other night, and
Shams aren't great. You know?
no, it was just a dead out game, like as well. I know there's bits going, but it's very strange. I don't know what it is. There's something just not adding up.
Yeah,
and that is. And Rovers are third, so it's not suddenly, but Rovers are still second and third.
Yeah. I just think there's nothing between second and ninth. There's literally nothing.
No, there isn't. And look, that's a good thing as well.
Yeah. But I suppose, like the fact, I think I said it before, it's a 10-team league, you know.
Yeah.
If you take the top 10 in the Premiership and put them together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's you know it's familiarity as well. You know everything so
You
well.
play everybody 4 times. It does. Like, look, it's still there for Rovers.
But can we go into what the cup means though?
Yeah. So basically, in the cup draw was Bows, Dundalk, and Pats and Waterford.
Right.
So probably, ideally, what we're looking to happen is that Pats and Bows end up in the final.
Yeah.
So if Bows were to overtake us, now this is just a count.
And one the men in second. Or
Fourth
third,
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Fourth guaranteed. So if Bows were to overtake us and
Yeah.
win the cup, fourth to guarantee it. Same with Pats.
Dundalk will win the cup, I bet you.
Oh, you probably will, yeah. You just know that'll probably be.
No, it's such and draw. And there was a bit of, just to go for Rovers for a second, bit of controversy over the 2 games on the same time on the same weekend.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, in fairness, there's been such a backlog of fixtures because there were games called off of COVID and the teams did quite well in Europe, actually, except for Rovers. But they had to play the 2 of them on the Friday night. Now,
Look,
I thought they could play one of them on Saturday.
Maybe. And it used to be Friday, Sunday.
It used to be Friday, Sunday.
But
they had no
people-
room with refixed fixtures to do
Yeah.
that.
People were tweeting RTE like. It's the
Yeah,
FAI's,
well, they were,
it's the FAI's
I
call.
seen some fella tweeting, giving out about it, saying, "Oh, why didn't they play 1 and 5 in 1 quarter day? Can't play at 5 o'clock on Friday.
5?
5, sure, nobody.
All
there.
right, yeah.
You know.
Played in the factory down
Yeah,
in
yeah.
fucking.
So I think in the end they probably had to play them. I thought they could have maybe looked at maybe early Saturday, but that's the only other option I could see anyway. So.
We want.
But anyway, it doesn't involve
Yeah,
us. So.
no, I know that, but it actually does kind of.
Oh, it does, yeah. Well,
a way.
watching it.
And the way we're playing, like it.
Yeah. Well, like you're probably still looking. Like it's still funny. There's 7 games, 8 games to go. I can't remember the exact figure, but like 3 or 4 wins will do it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like if you beat Longford, you're probably targeting 3 other games to win.
Yeah.
You know, don't lose to Derry, don't lose to Bows, and you should probably still finish third.
Are you going to Tala this Friday?
I'm working late.
This Friday.
Yeah,
This Friday, yeah, it is, yeah.
Work till 5 o'clock on Friday, so I probably won't get there. To work till after 5 on Friday.
So look, the point derby, fantastic. Like,
Oh, point derby, yeah.
you know,
Anything,
so-
taking anything out of derby.
And then
hopefully they may have taken.
and then as you say, you only about 6, pick up a few points still on the way.
Yeah, just win a couple of games on. Like the matches against Derry and Bows are just going to be crucial.
We might get to this in a few weeks' time, like, but what is the next step for Rovers?
Well, I suppose if you had,
You know what I mean? There'll be 2 Europeans in a row, right? 2, sorry, Europeans.
Yeah. Well, the next step, I suppose, is push on and win something.
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
Like,
But what standard of player? Like, look at Johnny. And I'm more, and then Liam Kerrigan even. I know he's not
Yeah.
Rovers playing in the under 21s.
apparently everybody's after Liam Kerrigan.
Yeah, well, there's talks about England, suppose he and blah blah. But anyways,
I suppose you would have said in the summer that if we didn't win the league this year, you'd be looking to win it next year. But I think with the way the season has gone, like we seem to be far off. And again, I still think there's a good squad there.
No, there is.
Do you
Jesus Christ, but
I suppose
is there football smart? And not only football. Is there like? No, I don't mean dirt, but the little bit that gets you to win a game. Like I know, Bulger has it now, but
and he probably missed it. Again, a lot of this has coincided with him missing a lot of
yeah,
games.
it is, yeah.
And it does go on, like probably looking at a couple more experienced League of Ireland players.
Look at the Cork Cup game.
Yeah.
Naive,
totally. And it's just this run is just it seems to be one thing on top of the other. Now I still think I don't know. There's been a lot of questions asked about the manager in the last couple of weeks.
I find that very harsh. I know, and look, I know you're different.
Yeah, no, and
I think it's harsh.
Questioned them. Probably haven't questioned him. Just some of his changes I would question, but
Okay,
I would still have my back anyway. But I know a lot of people are losing patience with him, especially if we don't qualify for Europe, it will be a disaster. It'll set us back so far with Derry getting their cash injection, just in the way Seán. Now I don't know what's going to happen with Dundalk, but like we've got to be primed there to be in the big 3 or 4 for the next, 5 to 10 years. It's just constant qualifying for Europe is the key.
My back is right. Junior soccer. Festival of football again.
So we were back.
The Connacht Cup and
there was Junior Cup.
League, yeah.
There was Junior Cup the first week back after
our last record. I was at Mervyn and Strand.
That was a league game.
7-5.
7-5, yeah. It sounded
Ridiculous
like
stuff. But there was guys inside with no tops on. There was hailstorms. It was wild stuff. Good. It was just junior football. It was fucking brilliant. I loved it.
It was, because that was, most teams were playing Junior Cup that week, but Strand.
That was a league game, yeah.
Yeah, that was a league game. I might just run through the results and just a quick glance at the tables. I know you'll do a few predictions.
I will, yeah, of course.
So on the night, Saturday, what am I reading it today for? On Saturday night, Carroll United beat Cliffany 3-0 in Sherry Park. That made it 5 wins from 5. On Sunday, our Harps and Manor drew 4-4. That sounded like a classic. Our Harps were 4-1 up with 10 minutes to go.
It, yeah.
Manor came back and drew 4-4.
Boys in the B Park played ball.
And then out in Tubber, MCR won 5-4. Again, I think MCR were 5-1 up there, and it went back to 5-4. Carberry beat Ballastadair 6-0 up on the hill, and Ahna beat Ballymote 6-2. So that was the Super League results this weekend. In the Premier League, Chaffpool had a big win away, 3-2 away to Carrick. Great to see.
We got tagged it right over that.
They know it. Killarney beat Gertrude 3-2, and then St John's and Glenview played out a great game at Sherry Park yesterday morning that finished 4-4.
You watching that?
I sent in a screenshot to you there.
Yeah. Also in the Premier League, Dromahare won 1-0 against Dromahare won 1-0 against Ben Bulbin. Ballygawley and Valley Rovers finished 2-2.
It's a derby. Ballygawley derby. Ballygawley Valley, yeah.
With Dromahare.
Wow.
That's right, yeah, I didn't think about that. And then in
the Sligo derby.
The game I seen was Strand in Junior
Connacht Cup.
They were very unlucky. That was Junior Cup.
Ballinasloe.
I think won the Connacht Cup as recently as 2016.
Really?
Now, they didn't look like a team like that yesterday. Strand really put it up to them. They were probably a better team.
Awful town. I fucking hate it.
Ballinasloe. I
Don't get me started on it now. There's a hospital there as well. Big place now. Awful.
Funny towns.
Not a fan of it.
I don't know where they are, Roscommon or Galway. They can't quite
No hospital near Athlone, I remember from my college days. One of the lads in Ragwick slipped and had a bad fall and had to go to Ballinasloe.
You know what? Yeah. No, there's definitely a hospital town, is there? Anyways, remember I called up to you in Athlone, circa 2004, 2005, but I went the back road again. Remember I got a bus to Longford, and there's a place between Longford and Athlone called Tang.
Did you in Bellew stop?
Yeah, T-A-N-G. What it? Tang. Tang. Anyways, we're Tang getting on the Longford League. Tang.
So we'll just run through the tables. I suppose things were 5 games in. We're starting to shape up a bit.
Who can beat Cartron?
Who can beat Carberry? I think is what you're trying to say there. So Carberry are top in the Super League, maximum 5 wins from 5, plus 23 goal differences is pretty impressive.
Who was?
Carberry.
Oh, Carberry.
Then we are in second place, also with 5 wins from 5, but our goal difference is plus 13. Strand then are in third place on 10 points. MCR in fourth on 9. And then Manor are 5th on 7.
Oh, Strand third.
And then down in the bottom, you have Merville are bottom on a point, Ballastadair on 3, and Tubber on 3 points.
Who's conceded the least goals, yourself or Carberry?
Carberry have conceded only 2 goals in 5 games. They've scored 25.
I'm conflicted, lads.
Yeah.
I won a cup medal with Carberry, and I did best times of my life with Cartron. I had great times with Keyside Rovers. I also played for Ballygawley. I was with Clare Rovers and Strand Celtic.
Ballygawley's a great one now. I didn't know that.
Journeyman junior league player.
Yeah, it was danger time now. I was on danger money then.
Danger money.
Anyways, no, but look, okay, 5 from 5. Not talk shy, Richie.
Sorry?
Not talk shy. You're 5 from 5.
5 from 5.
You must be getting tingly feeling.
I don't want to be getting tingly feeling just yet. It's very early, you know.
It's only 18 game season though.
True. That means there's only 13 games after, right? There's 12 teams in it. 22 game season.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's very early days. Look, sure, you can. I suppose we can't do more than have 5 wins out of 5.
I'm going to preempt you now for a second. Nice one next week. I can't wait for it, actually.
The June Cup match. Yeah, look, it should be...
Up the hill?
It's up the hill 11 o'clock on Sunday morning.
Big crowd, that.
I'd say it will be a big crowd. And in fairness, it should be a good game. It's probably, I don't know... Sorry, I'm just... I have something in my throat there.
Oh, Jesus.
It might be good the fact that we're meeting in the Cup before meeting in the league.
Yeah?
Do you know, just now, in fairness, we're very familiar with each other. We played a lot in the last 2 years.
Learn more about them, yeah.
But I think, I still think Manor, MCR, or Strand, they'll still have a lot to say in this race. I don't see us both, it's hard to see us winning all our games, so I don't see it happening myself. Yeah. So.
Well, it's not often Carberry slip. It's hard not to be to bollocks, but it's not often they drop 5 or 10 points. So
yeah, you do have to it's just it is hard to keep up going out.
You need to win your games. Anyways.
They're a great team, they are, and I know when we lost them in the cup final there, they drive us on to be better. Do you know what I mean? That's
Well,
why
the
we
Johns,
train on
isn't
Tuesday and
it?
Thursday.
They're the Tour de Strand of junior soccer.
They really are. They really are.
Do you want me through the fixtures, so? Or what are you going next? Top scorers? Are you a frog in your throat, or what's wrong with you?
Drop water.
Right. Ross.
No, I just want to just mention the Premier League, It's
Oh,
shaping
yeah.
up very intriguingly.
Johns are my tip.
Johns are top on 11 points. Now, they have a game more played than Colry in second on 10 points.
Actually, yeah, if you have a call as well.
And Clanny then in third on 9
Feed it
points.
to him, Ross.
Dromahera made a great start to life in the Premier League.
DFC, yeah.
So they have 9 points as well from 5 games. And then Glenview have 8 points from 5. So that's actually shaping up. Like, that's going to be a very tight.
Bouncer was up front for Glenview yesterday. Gino.
Yeah, so I wasn't there. A couple of lads were at the game, so that was a great
I've seen a
game.
few photos, yeah.
4-all, I think. Had a bit of everything. That's the sort of thing you want with 2 town teams playing, anyway.
Yeah,
So
spice.
what we'll do, we'll go through. You're going to make a few predictions again, I think?
Yeah, I've been accurate all of them so
Yeah,
far.
you can
So.
so good at them. Go on, until I get this water in me and get these fixtures up.
You okay, Ron?
I'm active. You talk about that for a second, will you?
Hi, Ross.
We're
how
getting
are
some
you?
nice feedback on your predictions, were you?
Yeah, I just got them all accurate, like, so just had to go with it. But I'd study them, you know. Look, due diligence is the word, Ross. Let's go.
Right, I've got that frog on my throat. Thanks for that glass of water, Ross.
You're welcome, mate.
Right, so we'll start with the Junior Cup games. So you've got Premier League. This is round 2 of the Junior Cup. You've got Premier League Ballymote Celtic taking on Super League Manor.
Look, cup football.
Sorry, Ballymote or Super League. I keep doing this. The teams are in the Super League.
Right. Also, look, cup football. The boys in the B Park don't travel well. I know for a fact 4 of them have car sickness. 2-1 Ballymote.
2-1. Oh, that'll be a shock now.
Yeah, no, for the Waterford Park. Get out. 2-1 Ballymote.
2-1 Ballymote. Right, and then the game we were just talking about, Carberry and Cartron up the hill at 11 o'clock.
Hard to see past Carberry there. 3-0 Carberry.
3-0 Carberry, fair enough. The 2 o'clock kickoffs. You've got Glenview playing Roscommon Clonfad United. They're in the top league.
We drank there before. We played them with the Quayside.
you were with us
We turned the
In Cartron, no?
No, Quayside. We turned on the Christmas lights. There's an official. That's a good story actually. We're all playing up there in the Connacht Cup as well, and it's must have been third round, so another week extra, and they were due a Christmas light turn on that evening. But we went to the local pub and Bellevue flicked the switch and turned them all on before Santa Claus arrived. And Keith and Rovers were left to put out Chris, but Clonfad 2-0.
And then MCR are at home to Boyle Celtic. That'll be an intriguing game now.
Mail Coach Road. Boyle Celtic?
Yeah, I think it's one of the-
sorry, it's the FA Cup.
Yeah, it's one of the first times I think Boyle have been back in
And they're
Sligo.
dying to get back. They want to get back into it. We've shot a few men. And a great fundraiser went on there. And we
Yeah,
must-
the house one with the GA club, was it?
No, the car.
Car, sorry.
Yeah. Good bunch of lads. Mail Coach Road won't taking up prisoners. 1 each and MCR on Pennos.
MCR and Penn as well, yeah. I might try and get that game after our own game. And then out in Clanny, you've got the Clanny United representing the Premier League in Sligo Leitrim against Ballahidreen from the Mayo Super League.
Baldrain. Yeah, just trying a few lads in Baldrain recently. 1-0 Baldrain.
What? And so then the Premier League. On Saturday night, we have Ben Bulbin hosting Chaffin.
Look, the boys from Yates country against my beloved Chaffers. Only one result there, 2-0 Chapel. Hughie Marin is on form.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah, I think he's top scorer in the league. That's at 7:15 in McSherry Park. Might go over for a look to see Chapel actually, if I'm not doing anything on Saturday night.
Involved in Chapel's in Shire Park.
Yeah, Ben Bulbin are playing their games early. It's
Okay.
getting done up. And then on Sunday morning, just last game, Super League, Premier League, 11 o'clock, Strand Celtic against Anna.
Harps are finished. Eastern Harps are finished.
Yeah. Clara aren't, as we know.
Well, but still, look. I'll go 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah. And I want to... Is that the last one? There's one more. I want to make a point. I believe last week I said Real Tubber and Killarney was men against boys. And Killarney won and they sent a few tweets out.
Oh.
But I was told after the game, they go, oh, men against boys. The boys won. But 12 of their Tubber team were working at the Old Fair Day in Tubbercurry the night before, so they couldn't make the game. So they actually sent the boys out. So that's why Killarney fucking won the game. So get out.
Get out.
Up Real Tubber. Right, we'll wrap up a week.
That fair always comes first. Fair is fair.
Oh, Fair Day, yeah.
Fair is
it's,
fair.
it's one of the greatest days in the town. Okay, lads, very enjoyable.
I enjoyed that show, yeah.
Should I talk?
Yeah,
Good to hear,
Jesus,
good
good hour, nearly good hour and a half, I'd say around.
It's like the old school days. We're here till all out.
Need to mention our live show. What an uptick in tickets. 80% tickets gone. That's nuts, lads.
And when they're gone, I think. We better...
Oh, they're gone. No, there is a cap, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Because people have been saying to me, surely we get a ticket, but...
No, you won't. Oh, fuck no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so if you want to go to our live show...
Buy the ticket.
And a lot of people are asking what our live show is. So it's going to be a panel show. So we'll do a rugby and soccer thing with guests, and then our correspondence from the crowd. That could be asking for trouble, but look, it's going to be
potentially a live dart game.
Yeah, potentially darts, and it's going to be
town hall.
It's going to be what you hear in the town hall, hopefully with Gino and McSharry, but we'll see. Look, it's what you hear. So if you like the show, buy the tickets.
Should be enjoyable with a few pints in as well.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a pint.
Kick off the Christmas
Even
season.
if it's shit, it's going to be good.
Yeah, you can laugh at us. Absolutely tank horribly.
By the sound of things, they're going to announce tomorrow that that's a bank holiday weekend. So
It is bank holiday weekend.
That's a big confirmed.
But that as well. No, the week 4 is bank holiday weekend.
No, it's that weekend. It's the weekend we're on about.
No, the
week before is Karen Stafford's stag.
No, the week 4 is the... Oh, sorry, November. I'm thinking of October. Sorry.
No,
sorry,
the new bank holiday.
Okay, the new... Oh, sorry, yeah.
This nice new bank holiday.
I'm embarrassed.
Sensational.
So Saturday night, 27th in Tops.
Yeah, 7 till 9
or whatever.
Like that.
Be there and be square. Anything else that was good?
No, I think that's us wrapped up.
When will we be back? We might have a live show from Clare House on Monday the 23rd. Good night.
Good luck.
I'm going back to where the beach is near, the beer is dear, there's plenty of women out the crack. Walking
Here we are in the final second. The whistle is gone, and Sligo Rovers are the champions.
By the riverside, you can watch the tide as it flows.
No, I'm being told that Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Very tight and drive it clean out over the fence. Out in the heel of the corner. Jesus,
in the bookie shop, I done